Let's have a closer look at December seasonality. I always caution seasonality is a bull market phenomena, so I always caution people to not get too reliant on seasonality. However, we remain in a bull market, so I think we can use this analysis this year. So here is a bit of a deep dive, a deeper dive, I guess, into seasonality, the way I like to look at it. And so here we go. So what you're looking at here is two lines. The blue line is the S&P 500 year-to-date. This is tracking in performance. Actually, not year-to-date. It's since October. I wanted to zoom in closer so you can see what the December seasonality looks like. So October 2nd through the end of the year is what this time frame is here. And so the S&P is tracking very closely to what we typically do, although we did actually see not as much of a pullback, if any, actually, in October, which was a little interesting. But let's focus on December because that's where we are right now, and that's really what matters. So the average over the past 30 years, and if you look at the upper left-hand corner, you can see the past 30 years of data is what I've got here. So 1993 to 2024, so 30-ish years. And you can see over the past 30 years, as an average, the blue line, the S&P topped out on December 6th until about December 20th. And then it started going higher. Now, again, it's an average number. And, of course, today being December 6th, as I'm recording this, that's quite apt. So we'll see where we are at the end of the day. I'm recording this here before. I think this is really, really interesting. Now, there's a couple of reasons why this actually happens in my view. First of all, a lot of people are closing their books if they haven't already done so. So there's kind of a lack of a natural bid as of more or less now. The second reason, however, has to do with news flow. So typically what you get, once you get through the first number of days of December, you start getting some economic data. First of all, you tend to get a jobs report, which we're going to have here today, December 6th. Then we have an inflation data point, which is really important these days, coming up. And then later on, just before the 20th of the month, we have the Fed meeting, the last one for the year. And so some people are holding off, and then the machines might kick in again, all else being equal, right after that. And you can actually have the opposite happening too. We've had the opposite like 2018, where the machines were on hold, and then they started selling with both hands right after that into the Christmas holiday because they didn't like what the Fed said. So it's interesting, right? This is very tactical, very near term, but historically it lines up with what the S&P has done from a seasonal perspective over the past 30 years. Hope you find this helpful. Let us know if you do, and we'll see you in the next video.